Today in Eppy Shop, we're taking shots of the coronavirus. Today in Eppy Shop, we're giving that dork at work a swirly. Today in Eppy Shop, we're taking over the world. Wait, is that the right show? You guys are in here again? I came in and enjoy a beer in peace. Fine, let's find something to do. Fine, let's do something. What up? What it is? What it be? My project today, keep in mind, like I said in the last video, I'm broke. Still broke. So, I'm kind of using up some of the oddball things I have laying around to use, and this is just a small project I need to do, so check it out. Plus, like you saw in the last episode, obviously, we got that sandblaster. And all I have done here is I have finally installed my energy suspension bushings, and I just sandblasted the leaf springs here, painted them with some rust-proof paint. And that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you the method that I use. Again, in a previous episode, I primarily melted out these bushings, but we're gonna knock them out, rust away, show you the method I use to get these little sleeves out, and then we'll get that blasted and make it look all pretty like this one. Wow. Alright, so and if you notice, I know my garage has been trashed here for a minute. I'm kind of surprised no one said anything. You can see my workbench. I'm trying to slowly get some cleaning done. But back to our task at hand right here. And all I'm doing, this is just a 11/16 impact, and it's just the size that fits inside the sleeve here. And all I'm doing is just taking a hammer and whacking that dude out. And after that, what I've been doing is just grabbing my little cheap skill saw I got here at Meyer on sale for 30 bucks. This thing's already kind of paid for itself, in all honesty. And all I do is I just cut, and I'll show you. Knock this bushing out, and I just cut right where the leaf spring wraps around. And it doesn't matter because you don't want to cut into the spring itself anyways, but just in case you do, I try to go right there. But just cut a little slit in it, and then you can pretty much just tap it a few times. And then I grab my 13/16, which is the size of the sleeve, and knock that dude out. So let's check it. quick, guys. Let's check it out. Just got a couple layers of paint on them right here. And again, you know, I didn't clean them out to completely clean metal, and I'm not gonna. You know, these are just the factory leaf springs. And odds are, later in life, I'm probably gonna swap to something else. So, you know, don't judge me. Another thing, as you might notice, that one of the bands is missing here. I'm going to replace them, which means I'll have to paint in these areas. And then you probably ask, why didn't I wait to do that and paint in between everything? Well, because I actually don't have to remove my bolts. I have no reason to remove them. The heavy-duty axle purchase that I got from Barnes Nobles, Jesus Christ, from Barnes 4-wheel drive, actually, it's not going to be a good representation because the leaf spring is at a full arch. Obviously, when it's under a load, the leaf spring is much more flat. But check this out, man. Again, Barnes 4-wheel drive, not Barnes & Nobles. You can't go to the bookstore and buy this. But look at how much more beefy this thing is compared to the original. Here's the factory one that I still have to cut off. Look at all that beef, boy. How much longer that is. It wraps up around the axle about halfway. And this, if they knew what I bought it for, they'd probably shame me. They would boo me, because I bought that to lower my truck. Those guys are buying it to jack their trucks up or Jeeps up. And what's cool about that is that the length of it is going to disperse the weight a little bit better on the leaf spring. Also, because of the length, it's going to help with axle wrap. It benefits those guys because they're climbing and bending it, you know, all kinds of odd angles on, you know, tree stumps and rocks and, you know, in mud and stuff like that. I'm using it for hole shots and burnouts. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I mean, it's a pretty nice little piece. But obviously got one of them for both sides. Got a little glare going on my phone. What the hell? But we're losing daylight, and it's getting quite cold. Spring is trying to come, but it is getting cold. Supposed to be in the 60s tomorrow, so we're going to shoot probably another couple layers of paint on that. And I'm going to show you then how to install the bushings. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Day 2, fight. What up, guys? Back in the garage. And though it is quite sunny, especially being cold, it's like 40 out here, but our paint is dry, and I wanted to show you how I install these bushings now that we got the old ones out. It's all cleaned up and painted. First and foremost, a little tip I got from your mom. She really hates when I try going in dry. Hates it. She prefers liberal amounts of lube, as do your bushings. If you install these without lube, they will scream and moan. Again, much like your mom. Whether or not I do or don't use lube. So, hey, like them apples. What I like to do is start off gentle. Wow, this all sounds horrible. Start off gentle with the rubber mallet, and then if they fight me, I get a little more progressive. But the bushings go in quite easy. And again, lube these up real well. I do the exterior of these. I don't know if you necessarily need to because those go right into the metal. I don't think they're going to move much. But I lube those up, lube up the center, and then lube up the shaft here as well. These will go in real easy, but I did notice that my table has a tendency to absorb my blow. So what I do is just take a little piece of metal underneath and a little piece of metal on the top, and then I will smack those, and that will make this pin go through much easier than blowing on the wood table here. But let's stop making fun of your mom and make some progress here. Wow, guys, check it out. And that's front and rear on this one. Other ones over there all done. And you know, what a difference for a little bit of effort. And you know, first and foremost, you know, I'd like to say that obviously I'm just a normal guy. I don't have a bunch of money. I don't have any sponsors or anything like that. But first and foremost, there was nothing wrong with this leaf spring other than the fact that it was unpleasant to look at. A lot of people would have spent hundreds of dollars just to replace this because it had some surface rust and whatnot on it. Now we did improve it with some more modern bushings. You know, those aren't going to make a huge difference, but they're going to make a difference. You know, next thing I got to do is get the hangers for the leaf springs. Same thing. Clean those up, get those bushings out, get new fancy pants bushings. Towers, which are the tops to the U-bolts on the axle. Same thing. Cleaning those up, painting those. And you know, I didn't have a bunch of tools or anything to do this, you know. Just a small little vise. 11/16 and 13/16 sockets were the size of the old bushings that we knocked out. Just some scrap metal that was literally just for a harder surface. Rubber mallet, standard hammer. Super simple project, guys. You know, I'm sorry if that was boring, but you know, you would not believe how many people have no idea how to do that when they swap out some bushings in their vehicle and you know, don't have the money to go to a shop and have them pressed out, or have no idea where to even start. That's kind of what this is about, is trying to influence people to go do stuff. And huge shout out, you know, I've had just a small handful of people contact me and thank me for ideas and tell me that they inspire them. And seriously, guys, you inspire me. When you guys do stuff like that, it just makes you want to be out here grinding and pushing that much harder. So thank you guys so much when you contact me and let me know that, guys. Seriously, thank you so much. And you know, I'm glad that you are inspired as well. You know, we can get out there and work on your stuff, man. I'm glad, so glad there's other people out there watching me getting inspired to go do cool shit. So go out there, do cool shit. Share it, put it on the social networks, man. Inspire other people to go do cool stuff. If you're working on something, if you got a cool project, you know, I wouldn't be opposed to sharing it. Whether you've got a truck cut apart, whether you work on clay, do animations. In my opinion, anyone who's doing anything but sitting on the couch and doing something is being productive, is doing something cool, creative. You know, anything you do, I think is cool. If you're not just sitting on the couch, twiddling your thumbs, scrolling through your phone all day, that's awesome. You know, good for you. But sorry, we'll get back on topic here. But you know, future plans for the truck, obviously, like I just said, I'm broke, so you know, this is kind of on standstill because metal can get pricey. But there's going to be a rear bar here, and this will be where my shock tabs will mount. The old shock tabs on the axle are going to have to go. They'll get moved more inboard. But yeah, that's going to be one of the up and coming projects. Again, I've got the flathead over here. I've got all the valves are busted loose. I just need to get the, I think it's basically just like a super long pickle fork or some sort of fork. Maybe not a pickle fork, but it's just a fork design that suppresses those springs, so you can get that out and get that done. But that's going to be another episode, and we got tons and tons of stuff. Except I'm wanting to get my transmission, which is buried over there, and all that stuff dug out, get it completely cleaned. And I think I'm going to paint match it, possibly, to the truck. I'm either going to do like maybe like an aluminum or cast iron paint on it, or paint match it just like I am going to do the engine and valve covers and everything else is. But I'm going to go ahead and install the HANGERE shifter while I have that clean, apart, painted. Now I'll have to just leave the lever off when I install it, but that'll make it really easy for me, so I don't have to install upside down. Just get that shifter on, probably put that transmission in the basement with the new gasket on it, put some new fluid in it, which it's probably never had, but that's an up and coming project. And again, like I said in the last episode, I got projects and projects and projects and projects and projects and projects, and let's get busy. Let's not. Again, that's all I got. I'll stop wasting your time just rambling. Thank y'all. If you are new to the channel, thank you. What up? Thanks for visiting. I don't want to go on a thank you inspirational tangent again, but what up, what it is, what's happening. Thank you for hanging out, man. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Go do something cool. Deuces.